It's not likely what you think, but crypto week in the US has really stopped. Some Republicans did cross the aisle and vote no, so these bills could pass. What's going on here? I know everything you need to know. It won't take me long to catch up with you. First, let's find out what went on. The bail now said that this was not just about crypto bills. It was also going to set up a vote on funding for the Defense Department. They were trying to find out why the bill leaked down, but this did put a lot of people in the House on notice that Republicans were planning a crypto week where they would pass crypto bills and then move on to the other votes they had planned. There was one member who voted against the process. Congresswoman Margareth Caputo tweeted a bit this morning about her worries with the bill as it related to a central bank digital currency. He was worried that the bills did not go far enough to stop the US government from saying that more control was needed and making that happen. Yes, we will talk to more of these lawmakers who voted against the bill to fully understand what they had to say. How many of them were about security versus crypto? But once more, this is a big problem. A lot of people, government officials, and people in the crypto business. We think these bills will be paid this week. It looks like the leaders of the Republicans will have to start over and figure out how to make this happen. Listen, I'm not going to say I know everything about politics, but you know, when they put a bunch of bills together, you might not like any of them. You could also say, no, if you don't like something that has nothing to do with crypto law. It sounds like Marjorie Taylor and maybe some other Republicans are holding back because they want more protections against CBC, which means that a CBC will never be granted in the United States. It is possible to pass all of this now, but I think that future Congresses will also do this. It would be much cheaper to move money around if there was a market CBC, which is when central banks talk to each other. It would also bring our payment system into the 21st century. They can now do this with Fed, which is cheaper, but it's still the same thing. This is all very interesting to see how people think. Since 95% of the world is working on this technology, we should too. Yes, now might not be the best time to do this. There should be safety measures in place so that people can use it, but isn't this the future? We have been falling behind the rest of the world for the past few years because of people who are against crypto. We should be thinking about how to keep this safe for all users and make sure that America doesn't get left behind again. This is Bill Hagerty. Wakor. This is the man who helped a lot with making the Genius Act happen. Okay, that was his bill. The House is having a crypto week. Today, July 15th, this was made public.
Wednesday is the day it comes out.
There will be votes in the House on the Genius Act, the Clarity Act, and the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act this week. We have a once-in-a-generation chance to make America the world leader in digital goods. All three bills protect our rights, make rules clear, and encourage new ideas. Another Republican, Bill Hagerty, says that these bills do help protect and make sense of all these different rules, so he is a big supporter of this. Sometimes in politics, people will vote no to try to get more power in making things possible. There might be something going on in their state. It's possible that they get money or are doing something. For some reason, I think this stuff will finally go away. It's possible that they don't need to just put it all together and deal with each problem separately. But here, Bill also says that the Genius Act is a historic piece of legislation that was signed by both parties to regulate secure coins and bring the United States payment system into the 21st century. By defining market structure and letting builders build without too much government interference, the Clarity Act encourages new ideas and protects customers. Further, the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act would stop the Federal Reserve from creating digital dollars that could be used to spy on our financial activities. The Genius Act will be sent to the president's desk at the end of the week. The Senate is determined to finish the job and pass the digital asset framework that was created with American ideals in mind. What then takes place? For example, is this done? Are we in trouble? Let's get right to it. Here is the vote. The process vote failed by a vote of 196 to 223 because some conservative Republicans left because they didn't agree on whether the bills should be passed separately or as a package. Something like this was brought up here. Not, Long ago. Long ago. If you want to pass each one separately, don't try to lump them all together with things like spending by the Defense Department. That would be a bit strange, right? This country's safety cost a lot of money. We spend what seems like a very large amount of money on security. It's a big deal. Because of this, the bills are dead. The bills are still alive in the House. Failing a procedure or rules vote does not kill the legislation forever. It just stops the bills from being considered on the floor for now. The House can try to bring up the same bill again for another procedure vote or move the debate to a later date, or change them in response to the worries that caused the current session to end early. Though, in his statement, the Speaker, Mike Johnson, said that there would be steps to go back and redo the procedural vote in response to calls from some members to combine the bills into a single comprehensive package. Leaders could try again later by setting up another vote on the rules early in the week or during the same week for more talks. Remember that Republicans have put a lot of work into this. That all of this stuff will be passed this week. Today, there is a new group of Republicans who say, hold on, this doesn't go far enough. What's going to happen now? We'll see in time. They will definitely get these people together, listen to what they have to say, and make changes based on what they say. If there are any changes to the language of these bills, I will let you know on this channel, so make sure you're following. But let's also look at what the next steps might be. Talks again. House GOP leaders and bill sponsors are trying to get their party to agree on something, which could mean changing the structure of the bill or merging text, as some extreme conservatives want. Vote again on process. There are rumors that the leaders of the House may try to hold another routine vote. The timing is still not clear, but second chances are common in laws that are very important. In future sessions, if agreement isn't made quickly, the crypto bills might be put off until a later session, possibly after more talks about making changes. Plus, it's not a first. Most of the time, bills fail in the House because of rules or procedure, but they are sent back to the leadership to make changes or count votes more carefully. This can take days, weeks, or even months, especially for laws that are very controversial. This is what I want to say. It is very important to the Trump government that this gets done. To fail, this would be very bad if Republicans can't work together to finish it. Keep in mind that they run the White House, the Senate, and the White House. They need to get this done. There is no doubt in my mind that this will be passed. It might be kicked out for a few days or weeks. Don't forget that Congress will be out of session in August. I believe they were working on a lot of this stuff before that. But tell me what you think will happen in the comments. Are we going to be able to figure this out in a few hours or days? Are they already going to have this passed on and approved by Wednesday when you watch this? Anything could happen at any time. Please keep in mind that this is being recorded in Hawaii on Tuesday at 10 a.m. This video will be out first thing in the morning, most likely before I wake up. I'll have Cass put it out. There are some major changes going on. Let's quickly talk about those. The split vote wasn't caused by a broad resistance from both parties, but by disagreements within each party. That is, Democrats aren't saying, no, we're not going to do this. It's Republican when it comes to Republican problems. It's better that way because they are from the same group. Hey, what do we need to make this make sense for you? They can ask someone in the room. They could also begin to bring people in, and then listen. Some Republicans didn't like the big, beautiful bill that the Trump administration just passed with all the tax cuts, but they were able to get enough votes to pass it. It looks like the same thing will happen here too. Now, here's some more news. Hi, Biao. The chief policy officer of Coinbase says that crypto will bring in trillions of dollars in demand. You know what I've been telling you, right? In a video from about 2 days ago, I said that trillions of dollars are ready to enter the market, and it's great when Coinbase's head of policy agrees with what I've been saying. There are 3 bills coming up this week. The Genius Act is all about stable coins. In the end, this is likely the best thing that could happen to the US government. That's what I wrote today. They already have a lot of funds bought. That's a big number. What do you think it is if this bill passes and they have to be backed up 1-to-1 with super safe assets? There could be a desire for up to $4 trillion in treasury bills over the next 10 years. over the next 10 years? Yeah, I mean, obviously no one knows, but I